This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
It's Monday, June 1st, and time for the Barbados Today morning update. So glad you can join us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Topping the news, the post-mortem on the body of 12-year-old Shemar Weekes is expected to resume at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital this morning. The Jamaican-based forensic expert arrived in the country last Friday to conduct the autopsy, which was postponed 2 weeks ago. The procedure comes on the heels of a special candlelight vigil in the memory of the late Coleridge and Parry student who was found hanging in the backyard of his Friarswell St. Lucie home on May 14. His mother, Julianne, could not contain her grief on the night and broke down publicly for the first time since his death, as family, friends and residents clad in black walked through the community in Shemar's memory. In other news, disgruntled custom guards and officers have been summoned to a strategy meeting with the National Union of Public Workers this morning. According to the union, the 10 a.m. meeting at Solidarity House will also provide the custom staff with further information on the government's plans to transfer the Customs and Excise Department to the Barbados Revenue Authority in a month's time. However, the workers who recently staged a go slow say they will not be making the July 1 move. The NUPW says it is also seeking confirmation of a meeting with the Personnel Administration Division to ensure that matters regarding the transition are addressed. Meantime, Opposition Senator Wilfred Abrams says custom guards and officers have his full backing in their stance against the pending transfer.
I am firmly in support of the action now being taken by the unions and being taken by the people in customs. I am 100% in support of them. Yes, the actions that they are taking are inconvenient for some of us. Yes, the go slow at the port is inconveniencing merchants. But sometimes you have to inconvenience people for them to understand your point. All of us in Barbados are taking what the government is doing. And we only understand the point when it comes home to us, when we are made to feel it.
Speaking at a St. George South constituency branch meeting last night, Abrams also took the Prime Minister to task on his recent comments about the heightened industrial climate in the country.
To reduce the process of the union and their fight and struggle for the disenfranchised people in Barbados and dismiss it as just noise. Well, if I was in the union, and there's no way they never put me in charge of a union, if I was in the union, we would be, the whole of Barbados would be shut down all in now. It wouldn't have mattered to me that it was the customs, it wouldn't matter waste haulers, it wouldn't matter NCC. Just for the time he started attacking me and dismiss me and saying that it's just noise, I would have shut this country down. Because it shows the contempt of the Prime Minister and this government for the people of Barbados.
At the same time, Shadow Minister of Labour and Social Security, Dwight Sutherland, is raising concern about the number of outstanding severance claims. The MP for St. George South told a St. Peter branch meeting last night that there are over 800 outstanding claims, a situation he says should not exist since the severance fund jumped from $113 million in 2009 to $152 million in 2011.
They had over 800 severance payment claims despite this fund having so much money. They had over 800 claims still outstanding as a result. So I ask the government, if this fund is so solvent, why then are we having a backup of payments to this fund? We have to ask ourselves that question. In addition to that, that is not all. We have a a situation here whereby, according to the Severance Payment Act, after 4 months, you should be paid interest if you have not received your severance.
The University of the West Indies' new Vice-Chancellor has big plans for the region's top learning institution. Speaking at his installation ceremony over the weekend, the 8th Vice-Chancellor signaled plans to shift the focus of the three-campus university from straight academic studies to forging stronger links with the private sector. He also made it clear that the university had to be part of finding solutions to help the region out of the economic recession and poverty.
Chancellor, I am calling for a deeper commitment of our university to the purpose of wealth creation. I'm also calling for a deeper commitment to the uprooting of poverty in our region that must not be accepted as a norm. There is simply too much poverty in the Caribbean, and it is increasing across our region. We must not adjust to it. We must not accept it. We must see to it that every child can find a way forward to make a contribution through education. We need to see at least one graduate of our university and colleges in every household in this Caribbean.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
We pick up with news on the regional scene. In Venezuela, thousands marched through the streets of the capital Caracas yesterday, calling for the release of opposition leaders who have been jailed for more than a year now. Among them, 2 former mayors who are being held on charges of inciting anti-government protests last year and are now on a hunger strike. President Nicolas Maduro blamed them for the 43 deaths that resulted in the 2014 protest. And finally, on the international scene, it's back to school for some children in earthquake-battered Nepal. More than 25,000 classrooms in some 8,000 schools were destroyed in the 7.8 magnitude quake in April, and its aftershocks that killed more than 8,000 people. Many education institutions have been rebuilt on a temporary basis using materials such as bamboo, wood and tarpaulin. More in this BBC News report.
It's the first day they've returned to classes after the earthquake in April. When it hit, Nepal's students were on their weekend break. But extensive damage to thousands of school buildings, like this famous high school in the capital Kathmandu, meant classes were cancelled. Now Nepal's government wants students to go back to their books.
We have to start. There's no choice, because education means future. If you don't start now, even it's going to affect your futures. So that's what we're planning to start the school.
Officials say it's important for children to return to a normal routine. For many, this means studying in temporary classrooms built from tarpaulins and bamboo.
And on that note, we come to the end of our morning updates, but we'll be back again this afternoon. Until then, remember, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at a supermarket or gas station near you. We're also on Channel 101 online TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. To have a wonderful day.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, Let me check my usage on the MindLime app. Now, what should I wear? #sexy.